Welcome back to Greenbox Gaming plays Delta Green Impossible Landscapes. Thank you for joining us today. What is that coffee mug?
Well, it's a gift from Riley, actually, who is a player in Brad's Skystone Saga.
Yeah.
It says
Nick Cage.
It's one of those mugs that's black, and then when you pour hot liquid in it, it turns into Nick Cage's face, and it says, "You're my national treasure."
That is brilliant.
A shout out to Riley.
Yeah. What a good gift giver. She really knew the audience there. Yeah.
I got something
a Nick
super
Cage thing that's been going on for years.
Yeah.
I got something supernatural on Nick Cage. If you don't already have like an opener.
Nah, go ahead, man. I'd love.
Are we even skipping the intro? What if the people changed? What if the people don't know us? Who are they talking?
Oh, sorry. Let's go through that
now?
because I gotta look up the name of this place.
Okay, you look that
Not
up.
talking about politics up top.
No, we're not talking about
yeah, we're not
politics. We changed our mind. Well, don't worry. There's plenty of time to talk about politics live on a podcast and really draw all of our people together. My name is.
He's got some really problematic views.
Does he? My name is Joe. I'm going to be the handler for this operation. I'm, of course, joined by my good friends, Dace, playing Benji, with his problematic views.
Very.
By Hank, with his surprisingly progressive views.
Yes, I do believe all aliens are made of cake.
Right. And then Jean playing Benedict with just very boring views, quite actually.
He's British.
Wow.
Does he
inevitable.
or does he not support Brexit?
It's beyond this time.
That hasn't
I think.
happened yet.
Yeah, it hasn't happened in
Ironically, yeah.
2015.
Trick question. I see through it.
See right through it.
Have you seen that? There's like someone made that Mexican alien, but it's like flawlessly, but it's like cake.
Oh, is that what you were referring to?
Yeah, someone
no,
made a actual flawless copy of it, and then they just like cut into it. And
Okay,
it's cake.
all right. Okay, I know we talked a little bit about aliens in that last time, and I do want to talk about Nick Cage. But what if aliens were just made of
In the
cake?
same category.
What if aliens came to this planet and we found out they were made of cake? Like,
Would you eat it?
Oh, that's so
If
unfortunate
aliens
for
were made
them.
of cake, would you eat them?
Would you eat them?
Yep.
What flavor?
It depends. Yeah. Brad, what were you gonna inform us about the unnatural and supernatural nature of our Lord and Savior Nick Cage?
So when I went to New Orleans earlier this year, we did a ghost tour. You know, because it's the most haunted city in the world, just because of all the history, whatever. But there was this one mansion that the La Laurie mansion that has like a horrible like history.
Yeah.
Made me think of because Nick Cage actually bought it, and when he bought it, that's when he started making all these shitty movies, and he like started going bankrupt, and he thought it was the mansion, and then he sold it, and now he's back on his peak, you know.
Oh man, that's crazy.
As of like,
is that the one that had the crazy lady who was like cutting up her people and sewing them together and stuff like that?
Yeah, it was her husband that was doing it, but she probably knew about it. He was like a surgeon.
Yikes.
Yeah.
And basically, they're rich too, and they had a party, and the kitchen caught on fire, and everybody's like still partying. They're like, "Oh, your kitchen's on fire! Who gives?"
Shit.
And then the cops come and everything, and then there's a big investigation, and they go and they see one of their slaves chained to the oven, like chained, and they're like, "Why did you do this?" He's like, "You know, I want to kill myself before Mr. Whatever takes me to the third floor."
Okay,
and
then they go up there,
blah blah blah.
Oh, no.
They go up there, and it's like super like messed up like human centipede type shit. Like someone's like skin like pulled completely off, people like sewn together and shit like that. I forgot what it was specifically, but it's like super messed up shit.
And Nick Cage,
And basically,
Nick Cage felt the need to buy this place.
yeah, it's like one of the most haunted spots in the world and in Louisiana. And right when they were telling that story, someone in our group passes out because if he was telling it like there's like a lot of people have gone up and just like you're not supposed to touch the building, just like touch it, and then they'll have like some health problems later. But I don't know, man.
That's a bit fantastic.
That's my story.
But I think we can all agree that Nick is definitely on the way back up into full-blown stardom at this point here, late 2023. I don't know.
He's on it in his prime, man.
Yeah. Yeah, A1, FDA approved.
He's accepted who he is, and that's who he is in every movie now.
He's just himself.
I would argue that prime Nick Cage was 90s Cage. What was that David Lynch movie he was in?
Wild at Heart?
Wild at Heart. That's prime Cage.
That's something else. Really good movie with Defoe too. One of Defoe's most disturbing
and that's saying
parts
something
of all time. Like truly epic.
What did he play in that?
Just a straight up creep.
God, dude.
Okay.
There's this one like fairly famous meme of Defoe where it's like it looks like his teeth are all falling apart and he's wearing a pantyhose on his head and he just looks absolutely batty. It's from that movie.
I remember this. They like kidnapped someone, or he's friends with that.
That's wild,
like,
man.
Witch doctor.
It's wild. Anyway,
Heart.
You know what else is?
You guys should watch
I'm sorry.
Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. That's just my final 2 cents, because it is the celebration of Nick Cage being Nick Cage and Nick Cage coming.
He's literally playing
except
himself,
Nick Cage.
doesn't he?
Yeah, no, it's amazing, and Pedro Pascal's fucking awesome. So,
all I know
What
is
movie is this?
Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
I don't think I've even heard of this one.
it's pretty
It's
new.
so good.
It's a
Brilliant.
comedy.
Yeah, it's fairly new.
Really.
Like it's like one of those. Who's that famous basketball player? Is it Magic Johnson who spent time with like Kim Jong Il because like Kim Jong Il was like a huge.
It's fucking what's his name?
But it's basically
Michael
like
Jordan.
that. Like he goes like Nick Cage like has a like there's some like I don't know are they like Colombian
Super
like
fan.
South American like super fan
Yeah.
who's like a drug lord or like a really rich person in like South America and basically pays for him to come down and hang out with them, and it's just about like everything they get into while they're down there.
It's just shenanigans. I love it. Well worth it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, have y'all
speaking
seen The
of...
Last King of Scotland.
No. Yes, way back. Forgot about
Dennis
that.
Rodman.
Dennis Rodman, that's it, man. Anyway, speaking of shenanigans, we're shifting. We're shifting into the content
4 out of 10.
that we're
That
actually
was your
doing.
smoothest segue yet.
Speaking
Well
of
done. 10 out of 10.
Sloppy.
speaking of shenanigans, you guys are currently the team MCell. I think you guys forget sometimes that you're MCell, that you actually have like an official place in an organization that is fairly well organized and fairly successful. And then there's you guys, MCell. I don't know. I guess you guys get the job done. Maybe it's not the prettiest, but you guys get the job done. MCell.
I mean, we followed all the rules.
Yeah.
All the rules.
Set fire to things.
Yeah. MCell is
Dang.
located back in Boston. You guys have gone down. Now that you're back, you're like, okay, we gotta hammer down some of this stuff at the Dorchester house. You have followed after going to Vegas, busting into Ophelia Citri's home, fighting another clockwork monstrosity, determining that she was completely corrupted by this nefarious force of the King in Yellow. Giving her over to DG, making contact with the real DG after finding out that you guys have been on a bit of a wild goose chase from Dr. Barvis from the very inception of this mission. You guys are back in Boston. You are outside of Esther Samahina's house. She lives with her husband, Philip, and her son, Henry. And you guys got the feeling there's something up. You know the Dorchester house, there's something going on there. And you're fairly certain that the Samahinas are involved. After finding a book with P. Samahina in Dr. Barvis's home. seems a little odd. You guys have talked to the neighbors. At least one of the neighbors. There is another neighbor. You guys have talked to one of the neighbors. Young lady.
Got no tea out of him.
No tea out of her whatsoever. She lives downstairs in this 3-story house that's split into 2 apartments. Benedict barely missed being seen as he was leaving that particular place, but you guys are outside with the jambulance, surveilling the place. I think the biggest thing that you guys have seen thus far or noticed is that Esther Samahina has come home from work, and there seems to be no talking. No one's talking in the house, which seems weird. You've seen people moving around, but no one seems to be communicating. But beyond that, everything seems to be fine. The neighbors say, yeah, Philip's fine. Saw him the other day. You know? They're up there living their lives. So that's kind of where you guys are. And I think last time you had really asked the question, oh man, do we actually have to be normal-ass investigators here? Do we need to surveil and ask questions and do skill checks like bureaucracy and law and all of this?
We're not good at it.
They could all be clockworks.
That is a good way to look at everything.
Valid point.
If I were you, I would keep that in mind with every interaction you have from here on out.
Can I roll Carcosian clockwork?
You can. By all means. You roll your dice. Dace is rolling hard dice today. He's not joining us on Roll20.
An 80.
Okay, you're not sure.
Wow.
That's all I can say. 80 over 35,
80
you're not
over,
sure.
I have no idea.
Yeah, because you don't have your sheet in front of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Always something.
So, this is where you guys are. It is about... it's about 7 o'clock, 7:30 at night on September the 12th, which is a Saturday. So, what do you do?
So does this thing meet the meeting? What was it? Sorry, that we went to in Vegas that has one here. Or let me pull it. Encounter group.
Mm-hmm.
They meet on Wednesday here as well.
According to the flyer that you received, they meet, I believe, on Tuesday.
Are you trying to gain some of that sanity back? You want to roll the dice?
I kind of wanted to see if all of them or one of them from Samahima's family go to the encounter group, but that's too long to wait.
Last time we were talking about interviewing the husband at his job.
Yeah.
That's one option.
Then we'd have to wait till Monday. Maybe he goes to work on Sunday. I don't know. Doubtful.
There's always the B&E and I. The break and enter and interrogate.
Always. Old B and I.
B&E and I.
I think that was probably better out of town. You shouldn't don't shit where you eat.
Yeah.
That's what my grandpappy used to say.
When he's talking about B&Es?
Yeah.
Okay. Naturally. What do you so you guys so like to set the scene, like you guys are sitting in the van discussing this. You guys did a road trip, got all the way back here, and you're now still in this van. I think I mentioned last time, it's starting to smell a little bit. Like you guys have just been packed in here for so many days.
So many Arby's wrappers.
Yeah.
We could get some candy and offer it to the boy in exchange for...
He is 16.
It's exceedingly creepy.
Which in a way makes it even better. Hey there!
You're never too old for candy.
Joe. Hank, do you need to go see your children, your sons? Do you need to go home and... That's a weird thing to suggest.
They're old enough to take care of themselves.
They don't need.
Do they get candy?
They like candy too. And
Why don't
there's
we
no
get
reason
candy?
this boy won't like candy.
I love that's Benedict's go-to. Wait a second. Why haven't you gotten
Where's our
us
candy?
any candy?
When's the last time you talked to your boys, Hank?
Well, come to think of it, how long were we in Vegas?
Few days.
A few days.
Think they got enough
Why?
soup left?
Soup and candy.
Why are you so? I'm the creep for wanting to get down to the bottom of this investigation through a cheap means of candy, and now you're here giving me the third degree about my sons.
He's real sensitive about his boys.
Yeah, he is.
I'm real sensitive about my boys.
Hey, golly, Hank, I didn't mean to step on your toes. I guess let's just ignore the fact that you have 5 grown men that you call your baby boys.
You guys don't know that. Benji does not know that.
Whoops, I don't know that.
Hank, we're just... times have changed. I know we're from a different generation, but society's a little bit prickly about giving 16-year-olds candy. As
What
a
about
stranger.
drugs?
Drugs are great. That's a great idea.
We could give them some weed.
It's 2015.
Or
And you
What
guys
do
are in...
16-year-old boys like?
This is a weird line of thought for this
It's the weirdest.
investigation. I'm gonna be frank. This is...
I love it.
I usually let you guys kind of run riot, but it's like, all right. That's...
Redirect.
We're finding the weak point in this armor. And
Okay.
it seems to be the little 16-year-old kid.
The little
Well, and
6-year-old child. He's only 16
Yes.
years old.
A wee lad of 16.
And this is how we die.
He might actually be 17 now that I think about it.
No, you can't change it. We're dealing with 16-year-old now.
Okay.
He can't buy smokes or alcohol. Okay. Well, wait, what were we? I had something else in mind besides Samahina that we could go to. We had another lead.
Well, you
We
guys,
could go to the Dorchester.
You guys did recently discover, what was her name? Last name was Vors.
Yeah. Another nurse.
Yes, she's one of the nurses, Ulrikia Vors, which was the, you done, basically run through some, like, facial recognition stuff, and determined that was who you got the mask and stuff from in, Vegas, at the encounter group in Vegas.
True. Well, the best I can figure is all we can do is wait here till one of them comes out and question them. If we do that, they'll know that we're onto them, and there's obviously something strange going on in that house. Dare I say supernatural with the non-speaking and whatnot.
Well, we can question them or we can follow them.
I don't
We
want
don't
to
have
deal with this
to-
family as a unit. This seems very dangerous and out. I feel exposed.
The bottom. Oh, I got an even better idea. Let's cut to the chase. I'm willing to bet my last month's paycheck that why do we even have to interview these people? We know there's something weird going on. They're not talking. Let's wait till all of them to leave, and then break into the house.
That would be much more in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, that sounds.
I mean,
about right.
what are we honestly? What are we gonna get from interviewing them?
A spot of tea.
Oh.
They might have tea in the house. We can do some investigation. I'm not beyond that, but there's something weird going on there. We know that. I don't think they're gonna come out straight up and say, give us some insight. You know, what I'm
Step
saying?
right this way. Allow me to show you
Yeah.
all of our evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in favor of the sneaky approach.
That plan hinges on the fact that all of them are going to leave the house at the same time.
It does. It does.
I mean,
they got work. They obviously the adults obviously go to work. I mean, keeping up with that, so they're not hermits.
What month is it?
True.
It's September.
Okay, so school's in session.
Correct.
So if we wait till Monday, maybe then.
That's what I would reckon.
Well, people might move around on Sunday as well. You don't necessarily have to wait all the way till Monday. That's not a bad idea, unless you, Mike. I guess if that's my question, what are you going to do in the meantime?
Right. Go speak to Vors. Well, it's the dead of night. Do we want to watch this place all night, or get some rest, and come back in the AM?
I don't think we're gonna find anything unusual. It might just be a waste of time taking this place out.
Yeah. Can I make note? That's my vote. Let's get some rest. Come back in the AM to their residence, and maybe be able to clock whether they're there or not. Can I make note of the cars in the driveway? I already know what Samahina drives. What about the husband?
Yeah, so Samahina, you guys saw her. You guys followed her here. She has like a hatchback that she drives, and then there is a like outside, like there's like on the street, there's probably like another car. You saw the neighbor drive up in a car, so you know which one's hers. And there's probably like another like small slightly maybe overused sedan parked right outside that you can posit. It's probably what Philip uses. Give me an alertness roll.
Okay.
Anybody who cares to look.
I'm getting up
this
my
kind of thing.
53. Over or under? I don't know.
That would be over 50.
Oh, it'll be relative to the alertness.
Yeah, let me.
I'll
pull Benedict's sheet up.
If you wanna, yeah, you can also give me permission. I can keep it up on the side if you want.
I'll do that.
Hank and Benedict have a success. 17 under 76 and 19 under 42 for Benedict.
One sec. Okay, I've given you access to Benji's sheet. Don't put anything rude on there. So you guys got some successes? That's what you're saying?
Super alert. Everybody's super alert in between this weird conversation of
super mega
candy.
alert. Well, I think that maybe, you guys are sitting there, like it's in the evening, and the street, it's dark, the street lights are on, and they're illuminating the street. And it's pretty well illuminated. And you see the car and it wouldn't take any work for Hank to grab the license plate and run the car. For argument's sake, we'll say that he does that. He identifies which car is registered to Philip. Or they're probably registered to Esther and Philip both. And it's sitting on the street. And you're looking at it, and you guys all notice, like, that look that a car gets when it's been sitting in one place for a while?
Yeah.
It's kind of got that look to it.
So he's not gonna fucking leave the house. Great.
It's like maybe the tires are just like a little bit low. There's like a bit of a sheen of dust, like on the windshield. Looks like it hasn't been run for a while. Like Esther's car looks like it's used all the time. It looks fine, but it looks like this car has been sitting in place for a while. Maybe even if where it is under the street light, you can see that underneath it looks like it hasn't, you can tell that like underneath the car it's been blocked from the rain. So that car's been there for probably a few weeks and hasn't moved.
Looks like he's got car problems. I'm gonna pop that hood and poke around and see if I can fix it.
The neighborly thing.
That's an excellent idea, Benji. In the dead of night, no less.
Benji gets out his toolbox and goes to work.
Okay, are the rest of you gonna is one of you gonna hold the flashlight for Benji while he does this, or like what's going on?
I think we get out of here, don't we? We get out of here and regroup.
So here's another option. So guess Joe might be hinting at that we actually have that he's not can leave the house. All right, if we come back in the AM.
Is that what I'm hinting at?
We know where the guy works, right? Like, he works somewhere. Does he work from home? Like, we looked up, or Hank looked up his information and got the company that he works for.
Right. Remind us what he does, Joe, again?
He is an orderly. Give me just a moment.
Another hospital.
Yeah, I can tell you exactly what he does, because I have it here. I'm just not the best. God, I literally had it written down. He works at Kearney Hospital, which is a medical facility, which is nearby.
Kearney, as in carnival, as in clowns.
Oh no, this is a stretch.
Well, okay. Let me know if y'all agree with this. Let's get some rest. Come back in the AM, or maybe around lunchtime, I don't know, sometime, and see if the cars are gone. If the cars are gone, let's try to, get in there, assuming the kid's gone. We'll tackle that. If someone's still there, let's go interview Vors, the other nurse. Third thing I can do, if we just want to be very forceful, since I am a U.S. Marshal, maybe I could roll some bureaucracy and maybe get a search warrant.
I was thinking kind of the same thing, either forge one.
Yeah. So the way that a lot of this stuff works is, like, keep in mind, like, you guys have a skill set. You literally have, skills on your sheet. You can use those to do things that you as people don't know how to do. So, like, you can use your law skill to try to convince someone, maybe, that you have a warrant, even when you don't, by using the proper language, But you could also use a persuade to do that kind of thing,
I would like to use my occult to solve this mystery.
All right.
Oh, it's bold.
Can I?
It's a bold choice.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll for occult.
What'd you get?
You roll 1, we win.
Yeah. Don't fumble. Don't fumble. I swear to God. All right. So what are you guys doing? You're still sitting in a van.
Think like that plan of action?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm feeling. I want to dig into it. I'm tired of pussyfooting around. I say we get in that house and just consequences be damned.
Okay.
That's what we always
in the morning. In the morning, though. Not right now.
In the morning. Okay. Well, you guys are. You guys still have your room. Are you gonna go spend the time in the super snazzy room at the Boxer Hotel? Huh? You gonna go?
Is that the secret room?
Have a nip nap in the room with the crazy window that opens when you sleep? Huh?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Why not?
Are you gonna go back to the where was it you guys were staying? The Ritz-Carlton?
Our houses.
You're in Boston.
Oh no, we're in Boston, not New York.
Where are you guys going?
Let's get normal sleep.
Yep.
Normal sleep.
Normal, non-creepy sleep. All right, you guys go back to the Ritz-Carlton, which is just probably wouldn't be reasonable, but it's our fun flavor. You guys go back. You get in your suite. They had to rebook you for the honeymoon suite now, which is a little weird. Like, but it's there's the big hot tub in the middle of the room. And that's kind of fun. But you're all friends. You're all adults here, so you can deal with it however you see fit. Anyway, you guys get some rest. Anybody, go ahead and hit your buttons for anyone who has failed any rolls. If you could please do that for Benji as well. Jean.
He hasn't failed anything, or he has failed to register his failures.
Probably the latter.
It's a failure to fail. That's what it is.
Failure to fail.
Double fail.
Double fail. Fail squared. So go ahead and hit that. Anybody who is missing out on who's missing HP?
Me.
Who still needs healing?
This
I
guy.
think Benji does too, doesn't he?
I think Benji's up to full.
No, Benji's fine.
Okay, Benji's fine. Willpower, he's maxed out too. Does anyone need anyone who needs healing? Go ahead and roll the Constitution roll. If you pass, you get 1 hit point back. You guys are overall looking
pass.
pretty good. Okay, are you back to full now, or are you still getting there?
I've still got a bruise or two.
Okay. What about Hank?
He's good.
Okay. Does anyone missing willpower? Benji's good.
It's a really refreshing trip to Vegas. Benji's feeling feeling better than he has in a while.
Well, and still, like, just the ability to just lay down and go to sleep is just it's pretty phenomenal.
Get some rest.
Yeah.
Without the aid of alcohol and drugs.
You still need the alcohol and drugs for their own merit, for their own reasons, but you don't need them to sleep.
Fair enough.
So yeah, you guys get some rest. What time are you gonna get back to the Samahina house, do you think?
First thing.
10.
I
10
heard
a.m.
I heard first thing and I heard 10. Are those the same things to
That's
you
about
guys?
right. Yeah, that's when I get up.
Okay.
That's when the
first thing in
morning should start.
Yeah.
Nobody should do anything before 10 a.m.
Keep in mind that I got up at
Except for
6
Delta
a.m. in
Green.
the morning to make this happen.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And we appreciate it. Jan appreciates it.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else does.
All right.
I appreciate it.
All right, you guys get there around 10. You've got your Arby's coffee. You've got a morning roast beef sandwich, as is tradition. And you guys park up the old ambulance on the Samahina house. It doesn't take too long. About the time you get there, or maybe as you're driving up, you see the car of the downstairs neighbor, Wendy, if I didn't say her name before. You see her leaving. You see her car, like as you guys are pulling up, you see her car leaving. You get there. When you get there, Esther's car is gone. It looks like she's already gone to work. So, do you guys...
The other car's still in the driveway.
It's by the street.
Phillips.
Yeah, Phillips' car is still there.
What do you think
he's
about putting on our FBI gear and just approaching the house as agents, playing that road?
Let's do that. If we want to go ahead, I say we do that. But Hank does not want to do anything. He will not strongly advise not to do anything crazy with the kid there and all that stuff.
As you look over at Benji, he's sticking a shotgun down his pant leg.
What's that, Hank?
What was that?
Don't bring the guns. Oh.
No, definitely bring the
Now,
guns. Benji,
I
you
know
bring
things-
that gun.
I know things got a little crazy in Vegas, but what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and I'm not gonna bring that mess here to Boston.
Can't even
Benji,
bring the IED.
no.
I imagine
shit.
at this point in time, like, you guys turn back and look at the ID, and one of you during the road trip has drawn like a little smiley face on it or something. And it's like...
Love that.
Now let's play this really straight, fellas.
Okay, so
We're gonna go
are
talk
you
to-
guys doing this as soon as you kind of get there? Are you going to surveil for any time? Or are you just going in?
No, let's go in.
Let's park for let's park for 15 minutes, and I'll roll alertness.
While we finish our beef bagels and coffee.
Naturally.
Right.
And Benedict shoves a flashbang in his pants and looks at Benji and winks.
Hank got a success, 54 under 67 for alertness.
All right. The house, you don't detect, just kind of surveilling the house a little bit. Maybe you pull out your mic, the directional microphone, and you kind of scan the house. You don't hear anything. It seems that if there is anyone in the house, they're being very quiet.
I suspect there's a silent spell active in the house. If there's any vocal components of your spells, you won't be able to cast them.
That's that's an experienced player right there.
I'm more worried that there's another little cherub that's been delivered to this house, and they're all super quiet because
Jean, I am surprised at you.
You're a one-trick pony, Joe. Don't you look at me like
Don't
that.
Don't talk to Joe. Talk to the guys who wrote the thing.
Should we actually go in strapped? Just in case.
Joe
there's
didn't
a
want us to
murder
look
bot?
up this campaign because it's all fiction of Joe's imagination.
I tell you, don't
Oh
look
my
it
god,
up,
that would be
guys.
such a twist. Impossible Landscapes isn't even part of Arc Dream.
Wait till you guys find out that I'm not real.
Oh no. No, Benedict would go in strapped. He is too paranoid. He's not taking chances. Like,
Okay.
there's no sense of safety
How
for him.
strapped is strapped? Are we talking?
Flashbang in the pants, kind of strapped.
Like sidearm on the hip,
Ye-
or
yes, and a
rifle
sidearm.
on the chest? Like, what are we?
Probably sidearm, armor,
Yeah.
flashbang.
Well, I
in the
mean, you
pants.
guys could definitely get away, especially if you throw on your FBI windbreaker. The idea of wearing an FBI stamped bulletproof vest and having a sidearm on your hip, no one would bat an eye at that. I mean, that very much, that ensemble goes together.
What about 2 sidearms?
A little weird.
3?
IED on the
Cowboy
back
boots.
with the
and
smiley
spurs.
face.
I actually do kind of want to throw that IED in a backpack and take it in with me.
Jesus.
You do you, man.
Brad just rubbing his eyes like these.
Brad,
fucking
this has
guys.
come up before, okay? It's better to have it and not need it
Yeah,
than need it and not have
exactly.
We're gonna play it straight, Hank. Don't you worry.
it. As he puts the
Blow
smiley
shit
face bomb in the backpack. Buy the books, Hank. Don't worry.
All right. Hank will just
So
use the
did we
windbreaker
surveil?
and his pistol. I guess that's what's my surveillance, was that alertness. If he,
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Um,
like I said, no sound from inside the house, or not that you can really discern with the directional mic. And that's pretty good. So,
All right,
let's
do it.
who wants to lead? Oh, the
Benedict
the
is also going to
speaking.
switch on. Benedict's going to switch on the jamming before we head out. So he's
Okay.
going to look at them and say, "I don't want anybody making phone calls." And he switches on the jammer.
okay.
Hmm.
Jamulance
hurt.
activated. It says that when you hit the button.
Yeah,
You're not sure who did that.
it's got Axel's voice. It goes, "Jamulance
It
activated."
just goes, yeah! Like, as you turn it on. Just, yeah!
like
It's like when you install the Randy Macho Man Savage Skyrim mod. Where
That's what
all
I was
the, where all
thinking.
the
Exactly what I
dragons
was
are.
oh yeah.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Okay, Benji, why don't
Let's
you
go.
lead this one?
Hell yeah, brother.
He fires off 5 rounds in the air.
You're not speaking to Axel for another week if you keep acting like that. He's a bad influence on you.
He's a bad influence on you. All right.
All right, yeah. Benji will take point, walk up to the house, knock on the door.
All right. You get up to the house. So the way the house is set up, it's like I said, it's a 3-story house. There's a small kind of like a mud room. Do you guys know what a mud room is? I didn't know what a mud room was for a long time.
I don't.
It's like
I'm not-
it's like an entryway where that's still like inside, where you like take off your shoes and stuff like that. The idea
For
is
snow
yeah, like that.
and mud.
And mud,
Why didn't they call it a snow room?
because go fuck
There's more
yourself.
mud in the south.
Is why. So there's like a small mud room. It's just like a small entryway, and it has a door to Wendy's apartment on the ground floor, and then there's a stairwell up that not Jean wasn't there, that Benedict would have seen, that goes up to the top 2 floors, where the Samahinas are. You go in, and you know you have to kind of walk up the stairs to knock on the door. Everyone make me an alertness check. You gonna roll that?
47.
47 is a fail.
Everybody failed.
Yeah.
Everybody failed.
Oh, God.
Everybody failed. Good. Good. You guys, as you're going up, there's a bit of a strange smell, but it's kind of hard to place. Like it's hard to tell if it's coming from Wendy's apartment or if it's coming from their apartment. Really.
It smells like blood sausage.
Oddly specific. But there's cool blood sausage. That's what it smells like. It's spicy. Spicy smell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys walk up and Benji's knocking on the door. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. Knock on the door. No matter how long or hard you knock, there is no answer.
All right. Should we kick the door open, try to pick the lock, blow it off its hinges with an IED? I'm open to all these.
Let's try someone else's door real quick. Maybe get some insight whether they're in there or not.
What do you mean someone else's door?
Yeah.
The other resident.
Oh, the downstairs neighbor?
Yep.
Well, you saw her leave. You can knock on her door
Oh,
too.
oh, we said we saw Wendy leave.
Yeah, pardon me if I didn't make that clear. Yes, you saw the downstairs neighbor leave. I'll go and tell you, if you knock on her door, you get no answer. But one of you, unless I'm mistaken, one of you does have some lockpicking experience.
Y'all want to try this?
That's Hank, right?
That's Hank.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I would really love to draw them out, but I don't see a way to do that. Can you guys think of any way to draw them out? What if we start a fire?
Well, we don't have to walk into the door once it's
We're
open.
immediately jumping to the fire option.
Okay, guys, go with me on this.
Is there is there a smoke alarm around? Can I alertness smoke alarms?
I mean, you wouldn't have to alertness.
Sprinklers?
We'll say that there is a smoke alarm in the mudroom / stairwell.
Benji lights up a fat blunt and blows smoke straight into the smoke alarm.
It goes off and starts beeping really annoyingly and loudly.
And anybody come out?
No one ever comes out.
God, fine, Joe.
I did have lock picking under craft, and now it's gone. I think the thing
Reload
it's
your.
done this before.
Yeah, try to exit out of your page and come back into it. Sometimes it does that. Yeah, you definitely had a lockpick skill at some juncture. I also do not see it on your page. I don't know why that would be.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. If anyone asks, this door was already open.
Naturally.
Do I just roll the craft? It's at 0. Or if I have the skill.
God, but I just don't remember what your skill would have been in it. Shit, and I don't. Hold on. I'm gonna try something real quick. I'm gonna try not to take too long.
Benedict is humming to try and mask the sound of the lockpick.
I'm gonna log out of DG and then come back into the roll 20.
Let's see.
While Hank is fiddling. Hurry up, Hank! I don't know the rest of this tune.
I don't see. Well, God, I really do not remember what your lockpick skill was, and I cannot find it in the chat logs.
How the hell did you learn how to lockpick, Hank?
That was something you had done in downtime activity, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so...
Well, fun.
I hate...
But right now, I can't remember anything about lockpicking. Shit.
Dig deep.
Let me see if I can find the home section of the book real quick. We can kind of figure out. I hate to bog this down, but this is a really weird.
Why don't we just take a luck roll on this?
You know what? What a good idea. Why don't you roll a luck roll?
But
Let's just see if you can figure this out.
with some advantage, since I do have the skill.
I mean, I don't know that you have the skill. I don't see it on your skill sheet. It doesn't,
I just typed it in.
What'd you roll?
That was a
Did
4.
you roll something? A 4?
A 4. Yeah.
All right. You know what? It sounds like it fucking worked. Hank, it's a residential lock. It's not terribly complex. Hank is able to jimmy it open. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Maybe it's not the most finessed thing you've ever done, but it definitely you get it done. And click, the upstairs door opens. You were picking the Samahina's door and not the neighbor's, right? Did you do the wrong
Yes.
door this entire time?
Oh my
No.
god.
Okay.
So as it turns out, it's a dexterity roll for future reference, I think.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it's based off of.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't... Yeah, I seem to remember that. You're right. So, yeah, you get it open, no problem. And you guys enter. So that being said, Dace, I know you're not on Roll20, but I'm going to add
Oh no.
in the map.
As soon as Joe puts a map on, that's where Benedict walks out. As soon as there's a map, we are fucked.
Guys, I don't want to do this anymore. All right, so let's go.
They haven't made Roll20 accessible for mobile yet, have they?
I think there is something.
No.
I don't know if we should
Really?
fuck with it right now.
The fuck is this shit?
Is this just covered in blood? You gave us a blood-stained map. Oh.
All right, let me
Give me some descriptions here.
It's
It's
it's a
blood-stained.
picture of a house with the floor plan, a Samahina demon symbol stamped on it, and there are words, a paragraph, but part of the words are blacked out,
Yeah, they're like a, what do you call it? Redacted.
redacted.
And it's redacted in some kind of sentence. So it's supposed to say like the richest, but it says the rest. So I can try and read it. It says the rest, see pride. This is an inter-square house in death. Rest.
It doesn't make a lot
This
of
is going
sense.
to take too long. This is going to take too long, but they attempted to say something. It's saying something.
Let's see. There we go. I'll pull it up for the live viewers to see. So yeah, this is the layout of the house. You can see here there is that.
So we're first floor.
Yeah, this is where you guys came in. This is the mud room right here. And
Why
you
does it
guys
say first floor the Rochester?
Why would it say that? That's weird. Don't pay attention to that. Don't worry about what the house is called.
What?
Let's just worry about the house blueprint, at this point.
Oh, that's what's actually redacted at the top. It's not the richest, it's the Rochester. Okay, then.
So
Let's do this.
yeah. This is where you guys come in at. If you're watching, can you guys see where I'm pinging?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so you come into the reception hall, and these stairs here are where you come up. Up into the rest of the house. So you guys make your way upstairs, where you come up pretty much directly into the Samahina living room. Immediately as you guys open the door, and I mean the second, I assume, well, Hank, you pick the lock, so I assume you're up top.
Yeah.
All right. Immediately as you guys open the door, you're hit with this smell that you maybe could have picked out earlier, but now you really get it. It smells like very, very spicy cooking. But underneath is some weird kind of chemically smell almost. Make me another. Now that you guys are like in here and in it, make me another roll real quick.
Sorry, what is the Rochester again?
Maybe it's the name of this building.
It hasn't been mentioned before.
It has.
The Rochester.
What? Hasn't it? Isn't that part of Impossible Landscapes, the first season?
You mean the McAllister was the name of the?
Was that the
Okay.
McAllister?
Was
Are we
Okay,
confusing
okay.
it with Dorchester? Is it just because they sound similar?
I'm
Maybe.
getting confused.
I think that's what you're.
Yeah.
All right, Hank and Benedict success. Sorry, Hank. Yeah, Hank. No.
Yeah, sorry, I tried to roll off Dace's sheet, but it didn't roll for him.
Okay, yeah, I might have issues.
Is it
Dace is gonna have
alertness?
to use them twice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give me an alertness for Dace, or for Dace. Not for Dace. Don't give me Dace's alertness. Give me Benji's.
93.
Okay.
That's a fail.
For Benji, the smell's kind of overwhelming. For the rest of you, like you're like, oh my God, what is that? And there's a bit where, as you're kind of coming up, like Hank, maybe you stick your hand out to the wall, and as you do, as you touch the wall, there's something on the wall, and it's like at first it just like seemed like the walls had this kind of like weird, like glazy kind of shiny, glossy paint on it. But as you reach out, like it feels weird, and you actually get a little close and you sniff the wall. And the wall has a weird smell to it. Like it smells like furniture polish almost, like a varnish kind of smell, and it's really strong. But as you touch it, and you realize like it feels like almost like it's like just a tiny little bit sticky. And you realize that as you're coming up the stairwell and as you're entering the living room, that it appears to be on all of the walls. Whatever it is. It's hard to say. As you guys come up into the living room, into this large open area, there's another set of stairs that goes off, that continues up. The stairwell goes up to the 3rd floor. You guys enter into the living room, and it's a great big wide, like it's a living room / dining room. It's a big kind of like open floor plan. And even though there's a lot of space, there seems to not be enough light in here. Like it's just like, it seems weirdly compressed, kind of claustrophobic almost, like a little bit too dark, and this weird super strong smell is kind of getting to you. There is like the living room goes into, it's like a big L shape. The living room kind of goes into the dining room, which then off to a 90-degree angle is the kitchen. The living room has big couch, like big comfortable looking couch, and like sitting pillows and stuff like that. There's like a big beanbag chair. There's a fireplace that looks like it hasn't been used in a long time. A big flat screen TV in front of the couches and whatnot. It definitely looks like that a family lives here. So yeah. And then you're standing here in the living room. There is another door which is right next to you. And then there is the kitchen itself. So
Benji draws his pistol and opens all the cabinets.
all right, you open all the cabinets, no problem. You just walk straight to the kitchen. You just bypass everything.
Yes.
just start opening. It's like that scene
So
in a movie where someone's kicking open the stall doors of a bathroom. Just every single one.
Fires 3 rounds into a box of Captain Crunch.
You open them all. There is nothing terribly odd. It seems to be pretty normal. Give me a search roll for Benji if you're doing this.
That is
48.
A 6?
Nice. 6 under
Yep.
48.
Okay, you're going through, and everything looks pretty normal. You even open the fridge. When you open under the sink, something does strike you as a little odd. Normally, people would keep cleaning supplies underneath here. There is nothing. Like, it's been completely cleaned out, and in fact, like, maybe there's like a box of like trash bags or something like that, but that's it. Everything else is gone, and you can even see places where maybe there had been bottles before sitting underneath the sink itself. But they're all gone. There's no cleaning supplies left in here.
I suspect these folks are germaphobes.
Yeah.
Can I roll an anthropology to get a sense of what the smell is?
Anthropology? My gosh.
Maybe like the cultural origins or something?
Yeah. Yeah, give it a go.
All right.
Let's see.
Can I roll it?
World.
Can I roll it drive to get a handle on this
That's
smell?
a success. No, there's no more driving in this house. Unless we brought in
Okay.
the monster truck. That's a
You-
success.
You reach deep with your 9 under 40. You reach deep into your cultural experiences of different foods and stuff. And you realize that you don't there and at first like it does have this weird like flowery kind of bouquet on top of that seems spicy, but as you kind of move into the kitchen and like you're like, yeah, I don't think it's really coming from here, you know, and you smell it. But you get this underlying other thing. Something that smells a lot less appetizing and a lot more. It smells not like the more and more you listen to it, it smells bad. Like at first it was this, and part of it, like there is this weird smell of whatever's on the wall, and that seems to permeate everything. But there's something else in this house too.
Ping where we are, Joe, again.
You guys are here. I'm gonna tell you, like, as you guys go, like Benji beeline straight to the kitchen. The other two of you guys notice immediately on the dining room table there looks
Sorry,
to be
Joe, are we first floor or second floor?
second
I just-
floor.
it's in-
It's the
Okay,
first
so
floor.
we're
The
on
first,
the
thing
living-
days.
yes, the first floor is Wendy's apartment. You guys
And their
are-
bedrooms are on the floor above if we were to keep going up.
Yes, as far as you
Okay.
can tell. You like your characters would not have this blueprint. I'm using this to orient you, right? You guys, you didn't tell me you researched the blueprint, so I'm assuming you don't have it. You guys see on the dining room, looks to be a large crafting project of some types. Lots of pieces of paper cut from magazines and newspapers and all sorts of things. And at the center of it all is something that looks very familiar. It is a handmade flyer for the encounter group. And in a stack about 100 deep are photocopies of it. The exact photocopies that you guys received
Yeah.
for the encounter group while you were in Boston.
Hey, do we have a sense of where the smell is emanating from? Like, is it stronger the closer we get to a particular room?
Yeah, so when you put it that way, there is a right by as you come up the stairs, and there's another set of stairs that goes up. There's also another door there, another small door, and it seems to be like, you know, if Benji's really sniffing around, you definitely get the feeling there's something there. And there's also like in this room, and when you look at the room, when you look at the door, it doesn't take much to realize, like, it looks like someone has stuffed a towel under the door.
Shit.
There's also
And this
we don't
on the
wanna
second
open
floor.
this.
on the second floor, what you can see here is labeled bath. Also right there beside the door is a pile of like steel paint cans.
What kind of
about
paint?
waist high. If you reach over there and you open it up, you get this wafting smell of what you think is on the wall, and there, stuck to the side of one of the cans, is a little note, like a little post-it note that's taped to the side of the can. It says, "For Sammy."
Mm.
I would like everyone to roll me a intelligence roll real quick. What is Benji's intelligence?
21.
That's a pass.
That's a fumble on my side.
Hank fails.
Fumble, you say?
Yes. I didn't want to say it too loudly.
Benedict has an aneurysm. He thinks too hard and dies.
All right. Well, here's the thing. So, Benji, you know what this is. You know what this is because I don't know. You have enough experience in the art world to know what this is. You think this is linseed oil? Also, and when you say that out loud, I will say, Benedict. Oh, actually, you lucky son of a bitch. Okay. You guys realize you've seen this note before. On a pile of paint cans full of linseed oil in the basement of the McAllister building in 1995.
Weird.
Wasn't the blank canvas. Same room as the blank canvas.
Correct. You know, Benji, that linseed oil is used to, like, it's usually, it dries clear and it's painted over other projects, typically to kind of preserve them and protect them. It's a very old school kind of thing.
That's what I use on knife handles.
Yeah. What else do you know about linseed oil and its properties?
It's got a really distinct smell.
It does.
Actually, the table that I'm playing on, I coated in linseed oil last week, and it still smells like linseed oil.
Yeah. There's a warning on whatever you're spreading linseed oil from. There's probably a warning on the can that Benji would be aware of. Highly flammable.
That's what I was. This is a fucking trap bullshit.
Is that what's coating all the walls?
Yes, this whole fucking thing is about to blow up.
Benji, you get the sense that there is linseed oil on nearly every surface of this place.
Okay.
Boys, I suspect we might be in a bit of a pickle here. If we've been set up, we're in a real bad place. This place could go up in flames at a drop of a hat. Let me put this blunt out.
Hold up. No.
Let me put this blunt out. Oh shit.
Don't open the door. It could be gas coming from the door, and it's covered up and it's about to burst.
We should maybe get out of here.
Is that?
Should we get out of
here? Does it smell like
here?
gas, Joe? Does it smell like gas coming from the fucking bathroom?
I would say anybody who wants to get right up on that door jamb and take a whiff does not smell natural gas or gasoline, like if that's what you're saying. That's not what you smell.
But what is the spicy part of the smell? You said there's like an element of spice.
Yeah, it's like it's weird. It's kind of hard to place. If you want to get right up there and take a big whiff, and make me some type of, you know what? I'm not gonna make you make the roll.
Roll in anthropology.
Roll an anthropology for a good old smell test. You put your nose up to the door jamb of this door. You take a big whiff, and we'll say Benji does it, and Benji comes back gagging. It is like out here, kind of mixed with the smell of linseed oil, this varnishy smell. It's harder to pick out, and it kind of has this weird spiciness to it. But what you smell is a mixture of what you're fairly sure is like multiple chemicals, like all mixed together. Like it smells like a janitor's closet has just been smashed all together. And something underneath, something sticky and dense and rotten.
Yeah, I'll
Don't think we
relate
should
all
hang
that.
around.
But what's in there? Don't you want to know what's in there?
What's in there?
No, I do not. I would rather talk with our dear friends who seem to live in this place and figure out. Stop shaking your head, Joe.
Go inside.
and figure this out. No, let's not go inside.
No, you're right. Don't go inside.
The
Do we
only
really-
reason we came here is to figure stuff out. We ain't figured nothing out.
Do we really?
We
Do we really?
don't have time.
do they have enough foresight to make a trap to blow us up?
It doesn't matter about the trap. This is inherently dangerous. We are exposed. And I don't want to switch over to my new character just yet.
That's fair.
Benji really wants to open that door.
Alright, if Benji's got to play Benji. Can I try stop him?
We need to
if he
be.
tries?
We need to be. We need to be ready to run out of here at a moment's notice. Hank has his hand on the gun if Benji's gonna try to open the door.
Are there any windows we can dive out of?
Yeah, they go onto the roof. It looks like.
There are
Maybe-
there are windows. Some of them go out onto a roof. Some of them do not.
Maybe
Nope.
we should preemptively open a window in case we have to like make a dash for it.
You tell me. what you
Okay.
do.
That sounds reasonable. But Benedict
will
is
open a-
notably freaked out.
Hank will open a window and then also look around to make sure if there's anyone staring at the house while he does it.
All right, that's gonna be an alertness check.
Okay. Success 24 under 67.
If there is anyone on the street, they seem to be going about their day. No one seems to be
Okay.
particularly oriented toward the home. That being said, you do see a figure coming down the street, walking. Maybe fiddling with their phone. It looks to be.
So it looked to be a 16-year-old.
No, it looks to be a 52-year-old man. It looks to be Philip Samahina,
No.
Oh.
and he is on his way.
Alright.
Guys. Maybe we should just wait outside the door, act like just lock it up, catch him outside, and try and figure out what we need to know.
I'll go down and distract. Okay, we gotta make a split decision. Do you want me to distract him while y'all search this place some more?
No,
Yes.
Benedict wants to get the fuck out.
Benji wants the opposite. His being is being pulled into this room. He has to know this is his Achilles heel, the pursuit of knowledge. He smells that decaying smell, and he knows he can taste it. Something's on the other
This
side
might
of that
be-
door.
This might be the only chance we get to search this house unwatched. I'm gonna distract him. Y'all decide what to do. And Hank pretty hastily runs out
Like down the stairs.
Right.
to try to meet him. Essentially, once he gets out he's gonna just fast walk once he gets outside the house.
What do the other two of you do?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, Benedict's gonna cover.
Oh, okay.
I got no choice. It's like, Benji, I hate you for making me do this, but go do your shit,
Go
you
forth, my
crazy
son.
motherfucker.
I'm your bond, damn it. You can't say no to me.
I can't say no. Exactly.
Uh,
All right. What do you do?
yeah, I picture Benji is just like has a flashback of crawling down that hole, that tunnel that almost collapsed, and it just like feels compelled to find his hole.
Find his hole,
Um,
as one does.
Okay, so Benedict
yeah,
will
he-
just sit and try and cover from around the corner there in the living room.
Benji's gonna open the bathroom.
He's gonna pull his pistol out and open the door.
All right. You open the door. You open the door, you swing it open, you're hit in the face with this noxious odor. You see immediately the very likely source of this, which is in the ceiling of this room is a black stain that is probably about 3 feet in diameter, and there is a slow drip of a dark, noxious fluid dripping down into what appears to be a teapot, which is sitting on a hot plate on the toilet.
Oh fuck!
Um,
Jesus.
And the hot plate is on. It is slowly simmering, and there are a few small little, like, there's like a coffee cup and like a tea cup, like sitting there that looks to have had some of this liquid in it at some juncture. And that is weird. That is obviously odd. But sitting, this is a small bathroom. It just has a toilet and a sink, right? And sitting on the edge of the sink, you see, I don't know, kind of an odd sight. It's a beautifully made red crystal bottle that has one of those latching corks on it. You know what I'm talking about? That have the like the little metal thing that holds it down.
Mm-hmm.
And there appears to be a plaque or a small plate on the other side of the bottle, facing away from you. And the bottle just sits there, open and empty.
There's nothing written on the bottle?
Do you want to pick it up and look at it?
Hell
Do
yeah.
you want to touch it?
100%.
Benji, pistol still out, reaches out with his left hand to turn the bottle around and sees in a beautiful calligraphied bronze plate the words Henry J. Lundeen. Or sorry, not Lundeen, Henry J. Samahina written on the bottle. And as you look and you kind of puzzled look up, and I imagine maybe Benedict, maybe you're peeking into the room. Benji, you feel a hand on your shoulder as Benedict reaches out to touch you, and you look up at what Benedict's eyes are transfixed upon in the mirror. A outline where it looks like someone has taken a sharp object and gouged into the glass the yellow sign right above the sink. And that is probably a good place for us to go ahead and take a break on this one.
Nice.
Look, Jay, Sam,
So uncomfortable.
Sorry, Henry. It was
No,
Henry.
Henry.
The son.
Henry Samahina.
The
The
son.
sun.
Oh, it's the son. Okay.
The son's bottle
It's the son's bottle.
that he found for whatever reason.
Yeah. I see that.
Okay,
look,
then.
That look. I can see the wheels turning. What does it mean? What's happening? Should we drink this? Maybe we should drink this
No,
stuff.
that is not.
I don't.
That is not
Nobody's
going through
thinking
my
that.
head.
Nobody is.
No one
thinking
wants
we
to
drink.
No one wants to drink the ceiling liquid. Well, I don't understand.
The thought crossed my mind.
All right, guys, thank you so much. It's a good one for the day.
Thanks for getting up early and doing this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyone?
6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Anyone who's listening, man, thank you for joining us. If you would like to join our little community, come on over to r/greenboxgaming. Reddit has all of our links to our Twitter and our Instagram and everything. If you really like what you hear, you want to catch it a week early, you want to contribute to the podcast, buy me a cup of coffee for when I get up early in the morning to run this. Head on over to patreon.com/greenboxgaming_, all one word. It's in the Reddit, it's on the Twitter, and consider becoming a contributor. It's $3, really helps us out. But besides that, guys, thank you for a good sesh, a good creepy sesh.
Yeah.
It was.
Creeped around.
Yeah, right.
Slow and creepy.
Those of you who are watching live, we are going to take a break as we get ready for this next little session. Everyone else, man, thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time. Stay safe and stay sane.